Good afternoon. Welcome to Holman Stadium here in Nashua. It's a lovely day, but it is a hot one, John Collins. About 100 degrees out there on the highway. I think the official temperature is 93 here at the ballpark.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day if you love living at the equator, as it's mid to upper 90s all day. Harry told me I wasn't surprised that we did touch over 100 someplace in Greater Nashua.
Yeah, well, my car did coming down the Everett Turnpike.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's not a surprise.
It's not a day to have broken down air conditioning for sure. It's a treat to think for both myself and Harry today to do an American Legion baseball game midsummer championship at that. As if Bedford wins this 4 o'clock start, they will become the state champions. If Salem manages to pull off the upset, Harry, as you know, we'll be here till nighttime.
That's
7
right.
o'clock start for the decisive.
Our day will not end until very late. It'll be a 7 o'clock start for game number 2.
Now, I asked you before the game, Bedford's heavily favored apparently coming into this. They won 8-0, right, in the first meeting in this tournament, the playoff tournament with Salem. So they blanked them 8-0. A lot of it depends on the pitching, of course, but what do you think the chances are that Salem forces that night, that final decisive game?
Well, you know, Salem has been fighting from behind this entire tournament. They came in as the second seed in Division B, and they fought through a loss and got over Nashua to earn their spot in this title game. Bedford, on the other hand, they have been perfect except for one blemish in the regular season. They lost to Laconia. It was an 8-0 loss, but since then they have won everything, and they have been tearing through this tournament. So obviously the post-54 Bedford Stephen Buswell team here is definitely heavily favored in this one. And like the Little League team that took care of business over the weekend, one win and it's done.
There we go. So it is a credit to Bedford, of course. They're so good in so many sports. Not a really big surprise that their Legion team is threatening to take it all here at Holman as we look like we're getting set for the national anthem. So, yeah, we're just moments away. Looks like we're going to have a first pitch tossed out here by, I assume, a Legion post commander, if not a higher ranking officer, who is going from, well, I think it's about 40% distance. I think this should not be a bouncer. So to get us going here, not a huge crowd, but everybody that is here is seated in the shade, as you would imagine, as the first ball is received. That's Bill Thorpe is our public address announcer here today. You can hear in the background, perhaps.
As I was mentioning before, Dominic Toscano will be throwing for the Salem post-63 team, dressed in their navy vests, white sleeves, gold trim, gold numbers. Toscano pitched 22 innings, made 7 game appearances, 3 starts. He has a record of 2-0, gave up 16 hits, 8 runs. 6 of those runs earned, walked 16, struck out 16. His ERA is 1.909. And he will be up against Carter Stewart, somebody he's not really the ace of the Bedford pitching crew, but respectable nonetheless. 12 2/3 innings, 2 games appeared, 2 starts, won them both, 2-0. 5 hits given up, 4 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 11 strikeouts, and an earned run average of 1.105. And that is going to be your pitching duel today for this title game here in New Hampshire American Legion Baseball.
You mentioned, you really can't depend on your ace to pitch you right through a tournament like this, right? You got to have that depth, and it'll be tested today. 9 innings in this kind of a heat. If any pitcher is able to start and go the distance in this, huge credit to you. It's not going to be an easy task, not only because of the quality of the competition and the opposing batters, but also because of the weather conditions. The sun just beating down. It's a 4 o'clock start, but it feels like midday walking in here.
Well, Bedford's ace is Jack Hinton. He's thrown 34 2/3 innings. His ERA is 0.8.
Wow.
He is, I believe he played recently in the tournament, so they probably didn't want to go with him first, but he is available, I guess, to come out of the bullpen if need be.
So Stuart Carter, not a lot of innings, right, for Stuart?
No, just 12 2/3.
Yeah, so it's a smaller sample, but does seem to have a live arm. Of course, he is not the let's say most thickly built pitcher that you will see.
No, he looks pretty lanky there.
He's featuring a fastball and kind of a sweeping curveball from what we've seen in the opening warm-ups. As the throw goes down to second base by DJ T-Ball. Pretty good arm, signaling to the Salem post that might be tough to run on him today, but of course a lot of that depends on what kind of jumps that you can get. Harry Koslowski on your play-by-play as we begin. Bedford playing the home team for the state championship. If they win, they hold up the trophy. Salem trying to force a game at 7 o'clock tonight.
And Jake Sulo, number 26, is leading off here for post 63. Pitch outside there by Stewart is ball one.
It seemed that Stewart was having difficulty controlling that breaking ball in his opening warm-ups. That was a almost unhittable pitch on the upper inside corner. Good fastball.
Inside evens up the count 1-1. That's fouled away.
Into the seats.
Off to our right, so the count goes to 1-2.
It's always interesting to me what type of baseball that leagues choose. In high school, I mean, you know, it's the A10-10, which is like a golf ball. It really takes off, has a very live ball. I'd like to get a look at what the Legion uses actually. Just from that first foul into the stands, looks like it'll have some carry on it today. That one's right back to the screen.
Sulo fouls third pitch in a row, staying alive here with the count 1-2.
Not the kind of swings you usually see from a leadoff batter, Harry. These are healthy hacks right here. Look like he could threaten to hit the wall.
Outside, count goes to 2-2.
You expect a lot of these batters at the top of the order for both teams to be excellent.
Another one outside.
Yeah, that breaking ball is going to be a problem for Stuart Carter. If he can't get it over, he'll have opponents just sitting on the fastball.
Sulo with a full count here. That one tipped away, so he stays alive once again, 3-2.
Yeah, he surprised me there. He did not throw the fastball. Took a little bit off. Maybe it was a cutter or a sinker.
And Sulo pops that up. It's going to be played at first base by Isaac Krivik. Makes the catch, and the first out is registered.
Did a nice job of getting outside of the baseball so that he wasn't backpedaling with it right in behind him over his head. Kind of eliminated the sun by doing that. You can see where the sun is coming from the first base dugout side, and he was able to put his back to the sun and go get the ball. Nice play by Isaac Krivik over there at first.
Now brother Jason Sulo, number 37 at bat. Post 63 with one out. That one inside. That's a ball. Oh, they're going to call that a strike.
Yeah, it painted, and that's been the most effective pitch from Carter Stewart so far, the inside fastball.
This is going to find the gap between center and right. Chased down effectively there by Charlie Crawford, keeping it to a base hit. So post 63 with a runner on first with one out. And coming up, it's Owen Doherty, number 4.
I'd say that was one step away, one step or two of depth in the gap from being a hustle double for Jason Sulo, Harry. It looked like he was thinking about going, but as you said, good job by Crawford to get over there and get it back in.
Play to first in time, or I should say Jason Sulo gets back in time. Doherty hitting .444.
That all?
Pitch outside.
That's a good take, just off the plate.
24 hits, 20 are first baseman or first base or singles, 4 doubles. Carter Stewart goes to first again. Krivik gets the tag down, but Sulo gets back in time.
Yeah, plenty of time. Doesn't have the biggest lead over there.
Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. The umpire provides the new BB for pitcher Carter Stewart.
Doherty kind of clutching at his lower back after that swing. I don't know if it'll affect him in the rest of this at bat, but it did look uncomfortable after that foul tip. Again, checking in over Jason Sulo like he's Ricky Henderson over there. I don't know if he's actually going to take off. He's definitely looking threatening.
Another ball. Count goes to 2-1.
Checking with his third base coach now. For some reason, you would think maybe the play would have been already put on. Maybe he wants to see if he's stealing or not.
And there's a changeup there by Stewart. Called the ball. Count 3-1.
Third base coach went with a. Oh, that's tough call right on the outside corner. A generous call, we should say.
Doherty was ready to drop the bet and get the first, but he's going to have to stay in the batter's box for one more pitch. Count 3-2. Foul back.
Yeah, it's interesting that they don't send Sulo in that situation. You got your three-hitter up there, Harry. You said he's batting .444. He makes a lot of contact, obviously. And you could start the runner right here with one out on a 3-2 count.
This is going to be popped up, and again, Krivik tries to make a play for it, but it's out of play. It strikes the Bedford dugout, so the count remains 3-2.
Top of the dugout, and we have a young man over here. He's gotten both baseballs that were fouled off. I don't know if you have to give him back.
A slow dribbler played at second. They're going to go to first, and they get Doherty out. They thought for a moment, Jake Oster at second thought about going to second for the double play, but made the wise choice to get the sure out at first. So 2 down for post 63, and Aaron Masson at the play. Correction, Jake Adrian, the number 4 hitter.
Yeah, you know, it seemed to be a bobble. He was trying to get it out of his glove clean and wasn't able to do it, then thought better of going over to second base. So it's just like a bunt with one out. Now there's 2.
Ball called on that pitch. Adrian, a .422 hitter, makes contact there into the hole. Shortstop makes the play, throws for the out.
That's
so Crowley to strip to Krivik for the end of the inning.
That's a beautiful throw across the diamond under full control by Carter Crowley, and you can see why he's at shortstop of the potential state champion Legion team here at historic Holman Stadium.
So post 63, Salem leaves one runner on base, and Bedford now comes up to the plate, and the man who made that stab in at short, Carter Crowley, will be your leadoff hitter.
That wasn't what you call a web gem. It was fine play of a ball in the hole, but you have that whole old adage. A lot of times the guy who makes the great defensive play leads off the next inning. Well, certainly he made a nice defensive play, and he will be leading off. And I think, Harry, you got some statistics about this top of the order for Bedford.
I do. Well, Crowley comes in. He's a .306 hitter, 19 hits, 12 singles. Followed by James Gilbert, number 14. He's hitting .600, pretty good. 12. Hasn't seen as much action though. That's only 8 games, 12 hits, 7 for singles. That's 12 hits out of 20 at bats. That's awfully good.
Yeah, it is.
And a cleanup or number 3 hitter Noah Durham, number 21. He's hitting .359. He's had 64 appearances at the plate. And he's got 23 hits, 14 of them are singles. So and he also leads the team in doubles. Doubles and triples. He's got 5 doubles and 4 triples.
So he's got some pop, as they say. That was an impressive first half inning by Bedford's Carter Stewart. He's certainly got a lot of uncomfortable looking swings and fouls and foul pops and nothing really hammered. It was a good job of taking the breaking ball the other way for the only hit of the inning by Jason Sulo, the number 2 hitter, but he's stranded at second when all is said and done. As we get our first look at the warm-up tosses of the Salem starting pitcher Dom Toscano, who has a delivery that reminds me of Bartolo Colon a little bit. Kind of slinging it 3/4 and you know, getting his weight behind the ball with some good effect. That was a nice breaking ball on the previous pitch, and the fastball there. That'll get some batters out if he can repeat that delivery as the game begins.
Leading off the home half of the first inning, shortstop number 34, Howard Crowley.
Toscano does have those 16 strikeouts in 22 innings, so he'll punch some people out.
Right down the alley for strike 1. Crowley takes that one all the way. Crowley to the shortstop Sulo. Off to Martino at first for the first out.
Sharply hit ground ball by Crowley, but right at him, right at the shortstop, and he made a nice play across the diamond, certainly coming right after the hitters. That was the signal from Toscano there as he fired 2 fastballs right down the middle at the top of the zone.
Here's James Gilbert, number 14. That pitch gets away. Nobody on base, though. So no harm. Ball 1. Gilbert returns to the batter's box as Toscano gets ready to wind up. That one right down first base, but foul.
Checking out the count. Sorry, Harry. Checking out Gilbert's batting stats. He just has the look of a guy that could really crank it. You know, the classic left-handed batter, the tall lefty, splendid splinter type of thing. And looking down his stat sheet, doesn't have a home run yet. I would certainly say that if he gets a hold of one here, it's 311 down the line. It's always a possibility at Holman.
This one's right in the gap between first and second, so just like the Salem batter number 2 getting on base,
yes.
James Gilbert, the Bedford number 2 hitter, gets on with a clean base hit.
Yeah, he got that extension, those long arms out there, and just ripped it through the hole. So a promising start to their first inning for the Bulldogs. I almost said Bulldogs. I knew I was going to do that. It's the Bedford Legion. We're in the Legion championship game. If Bedford wins, they hoist the trophy.
Don't feel bad. We were doing that during the Little League game as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The public, the
and they wear black and red, and so it's understandable.
Oh, that's a real.
Bedford here is wearing powder blues.
Yeah, that's a real tease for your brain.
Strike 1 to Durham.
Oh,
this one hits Durham square in the kidney. He felt that, although he's not showing it. So he takes the base.
Nowhere to go to avoid that pitch. It was out of the hand of Toscano. It just got away. He had thrown such a brilliant breaking ball right before that started at the hitter and broke over the inside corner. So as a batter, you're telling yourself, stay in there. If the ball's coming at you, it's probably going to break over the inside corner. No, not that one. That was the heater. That was the number 1, and it hit him on the left side.
Here's an interesting stats. 24 Bedford players have been hit by pitches. 11 of them have been Noah Durham.
Wow.
So he's a hit by pitch magnet.
He is. He's just a target in there. He doesn't have that gene where you jump out of the way of anything closer.
Pitch outside to the cleanup Isaac Krivik.
Yeah, jackknife out of the way, duck out of the way. He's all about batting, not even thinking about getting hit. And apparently those guys get hit the most.
He's a .500 hitter, 35 hits, 26 of them for single base. Hit to center field. This is going to be tough. And the center fielder, Jake Adrian, can't make the play. Rounding third and heading for home is Gilbert, and he scores. And a base hit, scores a run. Bedford up 1-0.
Yeah, Gilbert coming around after his single with one out and those long strides. He read it well. It was trouble from the contact on the bat for the center fielder, Adrian, as he kind of was battling the sun with every step.
Yeah, I was going to say the sun is definitely at an angle where he was probably couldn't quite see the ball.
Yeah, he couldn't complete the catch.
Toscano's pitch sails outside to number 5 hitter Jack Hinton.
Good piece of hitting there by Krivak, right? That was Krivak?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had a lot of carry to it. Got the barrel to it and just drove it.
That one catches the corner of the strike zone. Count goes to 1-1. One out here in the bottom of the first. Bedford leads 1-0.
Another just dangerous looking lefty hitter here for Bedford. Looks like he's looking to bail and wail and just hit the ball to the right side. Those long limbs and legs, and I don't know, I'm a lot older than most people watching this probably, but that was the whole deal with Ted Williams, you know. So much plate coverage.
Count 1-2 now to Hinton. Had to step out of the way of that. Count goes to 2-2.
That was a good take, just a few inches off the inside corner. You could see that Hinton was ready to take a hack at that.
I'm sure Hinton would like to earn an RBI here. Base hit would score.
Absolutely.
Noah Durham from second. Make it worthwhile getting that hit, being hit by the ball.
Salem conversely wants a double play ball.
There he goes, headed straight to Jake Adrian, but he had a run to make that catch. Too close to tag up, so a good play there by Adrian to make that catch, ran it down. 2 outs now for Bedford with runners at first and second. And now the number 6 hitter, Jake Oster, to the plate. Right-handed hitter.
That was a great play in center to recover from what was a bad first step. It was a misread at the beginning by Adrian. It was way off the end of the bat of Hinton.
Oster hits it towards second. Should be an easy play to first. Josh Martino gets the throw from Jason Sulo, and that will end the inning. Bedford strands 2, but they get one home. They lead 1-0 after 1 inning.
2 big outs to end the inning for Dom Toscano. He was in a big, huge jam. I think he's probably glad that only the 1 run was surrendered after all of that. As the play made by Jake Adrian in center, and then he induces the easy out ground ball to second base. So Salem will be looking to tie things up and try to force a game 2, a double elimination tournament. Bedford has not lost yet, so you got to beat them twice. Salem is on the brink, having lost to Bedford earlier in this tournament, 8-0. Historic Holman Stadium. John Collins with Harry Koslowski.
Players definitely fighting the heat. I can't imagine that when they're back in the dugouts, they're hydrating as much as possible to be able to be out in the sun like they are.
Yeah. I think the hottest game that I ever played during my playing day was at Roberto Clemente Stadium in Puerto Rico, and it was in the low hundreds. The field was the old-fashioned turf where you could see the heat wave coming up off of it, and the only way I survived, Harry, was they had the locker room open. It was just a cinder block locker room, but they had cold water. I would take my uniform shirt off, take a complete upper body shower, put the stuff back on, and go back out on the field. And it was okay. If you keep your head cold, if you douse your head with water, you can usually get through these games. That's like the key to avoid heat stroke.
Aaron Masson at the plate now for post 63 Salem. Count 1-1 now. Want to say hello to our fans watching on Salem TV6. Glad to have you aboard.
It looks like I've got it level. It looks like I have it level.
That one is called strike 1 and 2. That one inside for a ball. 2-2 now.
Came close to Aaron Mason's back foot on the curveball from Carter Stewart. Great
Looked
pitch.
outside to me, but caught the corner.
Yeah, it's taking it to the outer limit for this umpire and working quickly. I'm sure his fielders appreciate it. But not that.
Masson takes the walk.
Yeah, that's a deal leadoff for Salem. Getting that leadoff batter aboard. Trailing by 1.
Toscano.
And now the pitcher, Dom Toscano, at the plate.
Yeah, glancing through, Harry, there's no DH being utilized by Salem Post. He got out of the way of that. You know, that's one you take for the team, right? A slow breaking ball from Carter Stewart.
Yeah, Bedford using a DH in Noah Durham. Toscano makes contact there. Throw to second. Now throw to first is in time. Double play. Crowley to Oster to Kribak. And 2 down.
Wow.
Just like that.
The COC connection, and it was a brilliant double play started by Carter Crowley going up into the air, Jeter-esque with that backhand and throwing a second, a dart right on the money to Oster, and not the speediest of foot. Toscano on the tail end was able to turn a highlight reel double play for the Bedford Post.
Here's Josh Martino, number 7 hitter, with a .265 average, 9 hits, 7 singles. Makes contact right down the third base line, but goes foul.
Baseball's such a game of millimeters, right? Toscano hit that pretty sharply. I think it was 2 hops with some overspin on the second hop. If he gets that just a little bit further out, he hits that further out, he hits it in the hole for a single, like millimeters on the bat.
He gets all of this one, but he's going to send it right to center field where Charlie Crawford waits for it and fights the sun, but makes the catch.
Yeah, Charlie completely lost that for a second or two, kind of appealing to his infielders. Where is it? Turns out he had put himself in perfect position for when he did relocate it for the third out.
So after 1.5, the Bulldogs, Bedford Post 54, lead 1-0 for a chance to go to the World Series.
That's right. Oh, the World Series. It doesn't end here, right? You go from beyond New Hampshire if you're the state champion.
The Legion World Series, which I believe, where is that? In Indiana, I think?
They hold it in the same place, right? It's sort of like the Williamsport Regionals. Oh, the Regionals.
The Regionals.
Okay.
Where the Regionals played.
Probably Connecticut, I'm guessing, right? New England regional champion. We'll look it up, but that would be a great prize. Better than just the trophy.
Well, it is the World Series tournament. They have to get through the regionals, just like the Bedford Little League, who, by the way, will begin play against Essex, Vermont on Saturday at 10 a.m., and I believe that one will be on ESPN.
No kidding. I'm going to watch that.
It's one of the great benefits of winning your state championship in the Little League is that you get plenty of face time on ESPN.
Yeah. Let's see. It's held in, I think this might have been held at Gill Stadium last year, right? This particular.
Yes.
Yes. So here we are at Holman this year. The American Legion Northeast Regional Baseball Tournament.
Now, Bedford's been playing a lot of games at SAU Field. Normally, they'd be playing at Riley Field, I think, right?
Okay.
But Riley had some work done this year.
Right.
They were working on the field, and of course, they're rebuilding the press box.
Yes, I did hear this. So August 6th through the 10th. American Legion World Series Hub is in Shelby, North Carolina. The regional tournament, select your region. Okay, I'll select the Northeast region.
bubble is
It's Shrewsbury, Massachusetts.
Oh, that short drive right down, 30 minutes down 93.
Right, and that's August 6th is game 1. So the winner of this will be playing on August 6th in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts. And the New Hampshire winner will take on Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maine, New York, Rhode Island, and Vermont. That's exciting stuff.
Alex St. Hilaire up for Bedford, taking 2 quick strikes from Toscano.
Scheduled to go over 5 days, the 6th through the 10th.
Check swing there. Good thing he did that. Gets the ball. Count 1 and 2.
Yeah, Toscano likes to operate up in the zone. He does have a live fastball, not necessarily easy to catch up with it up there. You got to decide whether it's a ball or a strike on the way.
And a swing and a strike there for Hilaire. He goes down on strikes. First strikeout there for Toscano. And we come up to the number 8 hitter, Charles Crawford.
Yeah, he kind of made St. Hilaire look bad there. He mixed the fastball and the breaking ball, had him way out in front of the curve.
Pitch outside, ball 1. Crawford hitting 194. 36 at-bats, just 7 hits. 5 of them were for singles and 2 for doubles. That one high, another ball, 2-0.
Yeah, it's a good take at the shoulders. We don't have the heights and weights, but you can tell that some of these players are well over 6 feet. Crawford being one of them.
That one brushes Crawford back, count to 3-0.
Yeah, and you can just bank on it. He's taken all the way right here. Trying to get on base with 1 out.
That one catches the strike zone, 3-1.
So given what we've seen of Dom Toscano so far, I'm looking for a fastball right down the middle at the top of the zone. And a little late on it. That's what it was to Crawford. He took a pretty good hack, but just couldn't get the bat out front.
Full count now to Crawford. Hits that one right to the second baseman, Jason Sulo, for the out. And 2 down. And that brings up the bottom of the order, DJ Tebow.
Crawford fighting that pitch off. It was a pretty good battle, but in the end, Toscano won it decisively with a fastball on the inside that just ate up the right-handed hitter.
Tebow hitting 237. High one for a strike.
Toscano doing exactly what you want your top pitcher to do to the 7, 8, 9 part of the order, which is set him down in order.
That one misses. Count goes to 1-1.
He's got a strikeout, a weak liner, and now trying to get the 9 hitter Tebow.
Way outside, 2-1.
Hopping around gingerly after that. In fact, took the glove off of his catching hand and stretches out. Nice to be young, though. You can recover instantly from ailments. To throw strikes like that.
Right over the shortstop and into left field. So Tebow stays alive with a base hit. And now the top of the order coming up with Carter Crowley, who grounded out 6-3 in the first.
Yeah, it's a bonus when you get your 9 hitter to bang a single out there and get the top of the order back up there. Crowley.
A little too far outside. It's ball.
How about the right fielder for Salem? He is deep toward the line in right field. He must know Carter Crowley, how he hits.
That gets away, and Tebow will advance to second on a wild pitch.
I'd score that a pass ball here. I think it hit the catcher's mitt on the fly.
Okay.
And kind of one that probably Owen Doherty would like to have back. Maybe it was a cross-up.
Ball high, 3-0.
If you're going to give a guy a green light, this might be a situation in which to do it. Crowley probably will be taking the pitch, but an RBI opportunity here for us, Bedford.
Just catches the strike zone,
Yeah,
so 3-1.
Even if you were to have a green light in that situation, that's not the pitch you want to go after. That just nipped the far outside corner.
Oh, this looks good into center field. Running down, makes the catch. Does that count? We don't know.
The first base umpires said it was a hit, so they trapped it.
So Tebow gets all the way home.
Yeah.
And Crowley gets to first base. It looked like a catch from here. Didn't see a bounce, but like you said, the first base umpire said a trap ball.
Yeah.
So a base hit and an RBI for Carter Crowley, and pushes the Bedford post 54 lead to 2-0 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, Jake Adrian absolutely smothered that thing, but it did hit the turf first.
Play to Jason Sulo, gets it to Josh Martino after Carter Crowley waits for the ball to get by him, and it's going to be out number 3, but not until Bedford gets another run, and they push their lead to 2-0 here after 2 complete.
Yeah, that ball was traveling out there, of course, off with the ping of the bat from second base was T-ball with 2 out, so it was an easy decision for him. But a little bit of a late jump for Jake Adrian in center field, and just couldn't recover fully as he dove forward. I think he had his glove not underneath the ball, but over the ball as he dove, so that it bounced in, and the umpire who was out in the first base grass area behind the bag, he put the safe sign on for a base hit. How about championship type of baseball, though? You got 2 outs, the 9-hitter comes up with a base hit, a clutch base hit to get on base, gets down to second on a pass ball, and you get an RBI from your top of the order hitter Carter Crowley to drive him in and give a 2-0 lead to your pitcher. That is what, championship wins are made of for Bedford.
Definitely 2-out rally there, earned them a run. Just staying alive long enough to get on base, and then letting the top of the order move you along.
Yeah. And and Bedford will have their 3, 4, 5 hitters due up next inning as Carter Stewart works his way to the bottom of the Salem order.
And those hitters will include Aiden Thoreau and Cooper DeShane, hitters number 8 and 9. Thoreau, a .222 hitter, while DeShane is hitting .298. Oh, not bad, but
no.
Definitely the bottom of the lineup here for the Salem Post 63 team.
So they're going to try to do what we just saw Bedford do, which is get a base hit from one of their 8 or 9 hitters and maybe throw it back to the top of the order, put a rally together. Salem needs to come from behind to force a night game, a decisive game for the New Hampshire State title.
Swing and miss there by Thoreau. Top of the third, it's 2-0 Bedford. And second pitch coming quickly, and another swing and a miss there. Count quickly to 0-2. Inside, that misses. 1-2.
No pitch clock needed for Carter Stewart. I mean, you could probably count between 0 and 10 how long it takes him to get to the next pitch every time.
Thoreau chases that one, a breaker that moves outside just as he swung. 4 pitches, 3 strikes. Thoreau goes down. First strikeout there for the Bedford pitcher, Carter Stewart. And that brings up number 9 hitter Cooper DeShane.
DeShane bunting at it.
Yeah, interesting. But does not get enough of the ball to go forward. That's a foul and a strike.
Yeah, definitely playing back, at least even with the bag, was Jack Hinton. That would have been the element of surprise had he been able to get it down.
Did that make contact with the hitter? Nope. That's the ball. 1-1.
Yeah, we heard something. It probably was the catcher's mitt just flashing it out there as it went to the backstop.
DeShane jumping out of the way.
We're looking to get somebody to talk about the 100 years.
And that's low for a ball. 2-1.
Of course, when you miss with a few pitches, when you have this kind of rhythm, people are like, don't rush, slow down.
Contact made, and it's going to drop into the gap there. Could be extra bases here. Charlie Crawford chases it down, and DeShane gets all the way to second base, so a double for Cooper DeShane, the number 9 hitter, getting a big hit.
DeShane hit that a ton into the gap, and of course it looked like a double all the way. He gets there sliding in head first safely. But how about this? In back-to-back half innings, you had the Bedford 9-hitter get up there and get a base hit, and now you get a double out of the 9-hitter for Salem. So they really need, you feel like there's sort of a need to get this run home to stay somewhat even with this Bedford team.
Back to the top of the order for Salem, Jake Sulo, who popped up to first base in the first inning. He's got a runner in scoring position. That one curves in for a strike for Carter Stewart.
That's a great pitch. Not what you're looking for, Jake Sulo, whatsoever. It started out right at him and broke over the inside corner. Terrific front door curve for Carter Stewart.
And Sulo tries to lay the bunt down, misses.
I feel for the kid. He's got the bunt sign there with one strike on him. And that's the absolutely worst pitch to try to bunt that. It's fading away from you. It was a strike for about 50 feet until it wasn't.
He's going to foul that one away.
That's a good spoil. That could get called a strike on the outside corner at the knees. Carter Stewart has got his command working here in this inning, and more credit to Cooper DeShane for that solid hit on the fastball.
Another hit into the gap. This is going to score the runner. Crawford has to chase it down, throws it in. It's going to be another double, and DeShane comes all the way from second to make it 2-1 Bedford, and Sulo gets to second base.
Beautiful.
So back-to-back doubles here for Salem.
He showed off that leadoff batter speed too, Harry. He got down around first base in no time, and he didn't even really have to slide into second base. But what a solid RBI double by Jake Sulo, representing the tying run.
And now brother Jason Sulo, who hit a single in the first, swings and misses, but gets away from the catcher. Count is 0-1 here with one down, but one run scored here for Salem. They cut the Bedford lead in half.
Look out, nowhere to go.
Sulo takes the hit.
Yeah, nice curveball too.
The team, yeah. I mean, he just didn't even try to get out of the way, but he doesn't have to. So he will earn himself a base there with a hit by pitch.
Yeah.
First one issued by Stewart. So now Salem with runners at first and second with one out, and Owen Doherty, who grounded out 4-3 in the first, at the plate.
Yeah, I'm sure that Jason would have liked to have matched his brother Jake with another double. There goes the runners.
And a good slide gets in there safely. It's a double steal as both the Sulo brothers advance. So you've got Sulos on second and third.
You want somebody from post 54 or anybody just to talk about?
Double steal of Sulo brothers. Well, how many times have they done that?
And now this is hit hard, and it's going to back up right fielder James Gilbert, who makes the catch. But here's a tag up, and that steal sets up the tying run as Jake Sulo comes home, ties it up 2-2, and Jason Sulo advances to third as well.
Yeah, that's just great coaching. A decision to send the runners. I imagine that the sign was given. The double steal was a coach's decision, and it pays off immediately for Salem to tie this game up. Oh, and Doherty coming through in a big way.
So P9 with a sac fly for Owen Doherty. Earns himself a base hit. Now there's two down. Here's contact right to James Gilbert, who makes the catch. P9 ends the inning, but not until Salem ties it up with a pair of runs scored here after 2.5. It's all tied up at 2 apiece.
Yes, Salem announcing themselves with that offensive breakout here in the third inning. They're going to need probably more of that to beat this potent Bedford offense. Dom Toscano will go back out onto the hill for the bottom of the third inning.
Well, you know, Bedford was cruising along. They had a nice lead, but Salem erases it. Now it's a new game. Bedford's got to respond here in the third, try to build back some of that lead here, not let the game get away.
Upper 90s today in Greater Nashua. I'm sure wherever you're watching this from too, it's pretty hot up and down the eastern seaboard, as you would expect here in late July 2025. It is a Tuesday afternoon as we record this. The winner of this will go on to the Northeast Regional Legion Tournament being held in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts from August 6th to the 10th, with all of the New England teams taking part. And this would be whatever team wins today will be a fine representative for the state of New Hampshire. John Collins with Harry Koslowski and the BC TV crew, Bill and Andrew, helping us bring you this game. Kind of a treat for both Harry and I. We definitely have seen all the scores for the American Legion baseball games, but the opportunity presented itself for us to do this game here at historic Holman Stadium, and we both jumped at it. You knew the quality of baseball would be there. You remember that Salem played at Bedford, a game that you did, Harry, on BC TV back in mid-May.
That was a high school game.
High school game. Do you see a lot of the same names, perhaps, that you saw?
Yeah, definitely some of the same players from that Bulldog baseball team playing on this squad.
Now we are tied at 2 as we move along to the fourth inning.
Toscano pitches outside. Ball 1 to Noah Durham, the designated hitter. He got hit by a pitch last time.
So kind of threw it by Durham with that fastball. Might be tempted to try it again.
We're going to be joined by a guest here momentarily. Pitch outside, 2-1.
Thank you, sir.
And we'd like to welcome Rick Hanley, the Department of New Hampshire American Legion baseball chairman. Rick Harvey, sorry about that. Thank you for joining us here on the broadcast. And you can hear yourself now?
We lost him.
Looks like a walk here.
Lead off walk.
So Rick, it's the 100th anniversary of Legion baseball. How exactly did the Legion get involved in baseball? Do you know how that all started?
I honestly don't. Now stepping in is first baseman number 33, Isaac.
We've got a little bit of a problem with Rick's mic here, not hearing him at all. Here, let's try it now.
Hello?
Rick, go ahead. Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we just had the mute on, unfortunately. Sorry about that. So
I'm
you're
not
saying,
exactly sure how it started, but I just know that it's been continuous and survived through world wars. And it's always been a successful program for the American Legion as far as their Americanism program.
Did you play Legion ball, Rick?
I did.
Yeah.
I played in as a junior in high school and as a freshman at Lowell State, Tingsboro Legion in Massachusetts.
Durham steals the base. Ball in the dirt. It was a good pitch to go on. So in scoring position with nobody out, Bedford threatening to take the lead. Rick Harvey of New Hampshire Legion joining us on the 100th anniversary of American Legion baseball. Started in 1925. I played in Massachusetts in West Roxbury. So yeah, it's great memories. The quality of the competition, right?
So Tingsboro was the only post that had a Legion team in the whole Merrimack Valley at that time.
Wow. So you guys had a travel.
Well, we had a strong team.
Yeah.
But we always played the Boston team, the Somervilles and the Stonehams and all that.
Oh, right.
And
yeah.
So who was stronger than us? We were always a little better than 500 team, but we had great fun.
Did you draw from a big area, even though you was Tingsboro? But
absolutely, the whole Merrimack Valley. So Drake and Billerica, Lowell, Tewksbury, Chelmsford, all those towns.
So you had some studs, as they say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Isaac Krivik, by the way, popped out to the first baseman. Now we've got Jack Hinton up to the plate.
Isaac Krivik was a big out. He was the guy that got the double right to right field his first time up to spark the 2-0 lead that Bedford had. So Tingsboro, a powerhouse back in the day. That's like Bedford now, right? They're really good.
Yeah.
Every year.
And a hit bobbled momentarily by second baseman Jason Sula, but gets it to Martino in time for 2 outs, but it does advance Crowley, I believe. Noah Durham to third. We'll call that a fielder choice.
Bedford's first stint in the Legion started. I started the junior program in 2007, and Bedford I did that for the second year.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, graduated their program through junior and senior, and that senior team won the regionals and went to the World Series as the last Mass Hampshire team that ever went to the World Series.
They got through the Northeast Regional?
They did.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's a play. Almost decided to go home. Noah Durham did after catcher Owen Doherty mishandled that pitch there, but he retreated back to third base. Rick, does every single Legion have their own team, or do some Legions not decide to put out?
I mean, since I've been involved, I had the Hudson Post 48 team for 23 years. I just retired 2 years ago.
Wow.
That was in '97 I started, and we'd probably get
Here's the play at the plate.
He's coming.
And he's going to be safe or out. No. So Doherty pitches it to Toscano. He gets the tag on Noah Durham. That ball didn't get away far enough. And that's going to end the inning. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So we were as big as 46 teams at one time. When the junior program started, that actually grew to 24 teams. It has decreased on the influx of the AU programs and the travel club ball. But teams come and go. For instance, Hudson Post 40 had a team from 1992 up until 2016. The seniors haven't had a team since because they can't get the kids. So
it depends on what the base is like, what kind of player pool you can choose.
Exactly. And down south here, it's a lot harder to start a team because if you start a team and you take schools away, it hurts teams that are already in existence. You have to be careful about pushing a team out because they can't get kids.
I'm glad that you only put in 23 years to get that snazzy golf shirt. It's beautiful. New Hampshire Baseball Legion Committee. Rick Harvey joining us in the booth here at Holman Stadium. One of the many venues that the Legion plays in. They were at Gill Stadium last year. Maybe Fisher Cat Stadium once in a while. Do you guys get in there at all?
That's not in our budget.
You figure the 100th year of the Legion, they might let you in there.
But Gill is awesome to us. So we've got our junior regional next week, and then our prep finals are also in Gill.
That's an artificial turf, right, Gill?
Yes,
new artificial. Yeah.
Wouldn't you have loved to play an artificial turf as a
absolutely.
kid? Some of the municipal play, I mean, they tried their best, right? But I mean, I played on Healy Field in Roslindale. Didn't even have grass. There was no grass anywhere, even in the outfield. So I appreciate the lush green here at Holman, and would have really appreciated to play on the true hop artificial turf of.
If you don't play on it, it's hard to get used to. So,
it is, right? Yeah.
So we always used to schedule a game there they were in our division. We'd schedule one against Sweeney just in case we made the tournament. We used to have players that have a chance to play on it.
The choppers and stuff, the different bounces.
Aaron Masson hits it to right. That's going to go way over the head of James Gilbert. That's going to be extra bases, maybe 3 here.
That is triples territory. He's got the speed. He's going to turn it on.
Masson gets into third standing up, so triples for Aaron Masson to lead off here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah,
Rick, I
get
was
the
gonna say
daylights out of that.
thank you very much for joining us here on the
Thank you
broadcast.
very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, may you have another 100 years.
We may be back here for another game the way things are going here.
Yeah, we'll see you. We'll talk to you on the 200th anniversary, Rick. Yeah, I'll see you on the man upstairs. Yeah.
So Salem in great position here, nobody out with a runner at third. Aaron Masson with a triple that went over the head of right fielder James Gilbert. And here's a bouncer. It's going to be to third and a high catch, but it landed just in time. Jack Hinton making the throw. Isaac Krivik making a rebound, Celtic style, gets the ball, brings it down, gets the foot on the bag, and he's able to put Dom Toscano out 5-3. And that keeps Aaron Masson on third base.
That was the closest of calls on that chopper. It could have been a foul ball. I think if he didn't catch it, it probably would have been called a foul to the left of the base. But he did snag it right on the baseline, it looked like. And as you mentioned, Harry, the high throw. Frustrating day so far for Dom Toscano. You remember he got thrown out on the back end of the double play by half a step, and the same thing just happened to him there.
Hinton makes another great stab and gets it to first, this time right on a laser. So 2 down just like that. Another 5-3 putout. This time Josh Martino the victim.
Quality play at the hot corner, and it was the hot corner right there in many different ways, as Hinton had to just, at first he was going to be content to knock it down. I think he just bobbled it for a second and never hit the dirt after it hit his glove. So great play by Hinton, 2 in a row actually.
And now Aiden Tebow, number 8 hitter in the lineup, struck out in the third. Back up here in the top of the fourth. 2 of them outside. Count goes to 2-0.
So golden opportunity possibly being missed here by Salem. Man on third with nobody out. A chance to take the lead in a 2-2 game.
And that's going to be hit right to Jake Oster, who stabs it.
And so Bedford does dodge a bullet after the leadoff triple by Aaron Mason. He ends up stranded at third. Worst case scenario for Salem.
So after 3.5, it is all tied up at 2 apiece, and we're going to take just a quick break here. You're watching BCTV and American Legion Baseball Championship game. Here, welcome back to Holman Stadium. We're going to the bottom of the 4th inning, all tied up at 2 apiece. And with the call of the game, here's John Collins.
Thank you, Harry Koslowski. This game is really living up to the advanced billing. Salem needs to win to force a decisive second game today. Bedford, who have been operating in the winner's column through this tournament, they have not yet lost. They can clinch the state championship with a win here in game 1, but it's anybody's baseball game right now. 2-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bedford dodging a big bullet in the top of the 4th with the leadoff triple for Salem, and the runner ends up getting stranded at third base thanks to 2 fine defensive plays by third baseman Jack Hinton. And then as Carter Stewart was able to induce an inning-ending soft line drive to the second baseman to get out of it. So it's still a 2-2 ball game as Jake Oster leads off for the Bedford Post. Kind of a last-second impulse to swing at that first pitch and fouls it off into the screen over his team's dugout on the first base side.
Oster grounding out 4-3 back in the first. That was his last at-bat.
Yeah, the 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters due up.
And a nice slice there.
Rips it to left center. It's going to get down for a base hit. Adrian throws it back to the infield quickly, as definitely hunting for a hustle double there. Oster forced to go back to first base, but a nice job of those late wrists that he has. He's got definitely a lot of wrist action there. Kind of Paul Molitor-esque. I know these youngsters know who that was, but he had really quick hands at the plate as a right-handed batter. Led the league in hitting, or in the top 5 many times. A Hall of Famer who relied on that late wrist action. Faking the throwdown is Owen Doherty as the ball one high. Dom Toscano up against Alex St. Hilaire as Bedford now has a great chance to take the lead back. They led 2-0. Salem tied it up. Kind of blew a chance to take the lead, and now Bedford threatening. Again, high fastball from Toscano. So if you want to try to catch up to him there, you got to get out in front and get out early because he lives high in the zone.
These shadows could be something. Yeah, they're terrible.
Alex St. Hilaire, who struck out his first time up. Surprisingly, it was the only K of the game for Toscano, who comes into this one having struck out 16 in 22 innings, but not 22 Bedford innings, of course.
Hilaire swings and fouls back. Count goes to 2-2.
So Alex St. Hilaire putting up a fight here. There was no sign of a bunt when he got up there. He just was hacking away. And of course, Salem would love to turn a double play. Bedford already has in this game. The 2-2 pitch is a bender. It was an easy take right out of the hand for St. Hilaire. Count has gone full. It'll be interesting to see whether Bedford sends the runner on a 3-2 count with their 7-hitter up there, Alex St. Hilaire. My guess is they will not. The runner stays put, but they should have. Ground ball to the second baseman, flips to shortstop for one, and getting down the way. Yep, and to second base without a play. On the tail end will go St. Hilaire. So he is in scoring position. They did it in the unorthodox way on the fielder's choice, and the error by the shortstop. That was a throw to the right first baseman Josh Martino, who Isaac Kribak, who couldn't. No, it was Martino.
Yeah, it was Martino. You're looking at the Salem roster. Martino. We're going to, I guess, charge an error on that, E3 on that play. So base hit for
I'd charge it to the shortstop, I think.
The bad throw?
Yeah. Oh, we got the monitor. Well, we got the.
It's the game changer. So we got some live stats going for us now.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. That was in the dirt.
Whoever the error was on, it did cause a extra base hit.
Yeah, we're not in direct communication with the official scorer, but yeah, it was definitely an error. And in scoring position goes St. Hilaire. Now Charles Crawford, the center fielder, batting.
Gets out of the way of that one.
Yeah, nearly got hit by a fastball inside. That's going to precipitate a mound conference between catcher Owen Doherty and Dom Toscano. Their first of the game. 2 balls and no strikes on the 8-hitter Crawford. Waiting on deck is Thibault, who hammered a ball into the left center gap for a base hit his last time up. Looked really solid on the timing the fastball of Toscano. Actually, the on deck hitter Thibault just had a conference with the first base coach while the pitcher catcher were talking things over. So 2 balls, no strikes. I think everybody in the ballpark knows this is going to be a fastball down the middle. And just fouled. Just a little bit late on it. Certainly hunting fastball down the middle, Charles Crawford, but just couldn't get the bat out ahead in time. 2-1 is the count.
Where is he?
They play Charles Crawford straight away at all positions. And slinging the ball outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. A hitter's count. Toscano looking a little bit frustrated body language wise. Maybe a little overheated, you would imagine, in this kind of conditions as he works his way into the 4th inning. That one almost hit the uniform, but the question is moot because it was ball 4 anyway as Crawford trots down to first. First and second with 1 out.
So the double play didn't quite work out, but
no.
The end result here is that you've got the runners on first and second with 1 out. And Bedford in pretty good stead here with DJ Thibault coming up, who had a rally of a base hit in the 2nd inning.
He and the leadoff hitter Carter Crowley teaming up for a 2-out run-producing duet as they get the single and the pass ball and the RBI, the clutch RBI with 2 out. Hammered to the shortstop. up with it is Sewell, and Sewell throws to the third baseman to get the lead batter. So, passing up the chance at the double play was probably the smart move. 2 out.
Yeah, they mowed down the lead runner, Hilaire, at third, and it's kind of an awkward throw, and Aaron Masson kind of danced around. I think he was paying attention to the throw and didn't know where the bag was, so he's kind of dancing around until he finally found the bag and was able to force out Hilaire.
Yep, so 6-5 on the force out, shortstop to the third baseman, and now another chance for a 2-out RBI for Carter Crowley. After the fielder's choice by Thibault. Same situation that Crowley was up there in the second inning when he came through. That one just got out of the hand of Toscano, slipped right out of his fingers. And
everybody advances.
Yeah, freaky bounce off of the netting behind home plate here at Holman, where if you sit in the front row, you're closer to the catcher than the pitcher is. That's how close that netting is, and sometimes it operates as a pitch back. And
we call that a wild pitch. That one's definitely a wild pitch.
Definitely a wild pitch. Yeah, that got all kinds of away from Toscano.
And now both Bedford runners are in scoring position here with 2 outs, 1-1 count to Crowley.
Yeah, he grimaced almost as soon as he threw that last one, the 1-1. And he almost lost control of that one, too. I don't know if any sweat's getting on the baseball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Crowley definitely in the driver's seat here as he looks to drive in 2 with 2 out. Both runners will be off on contact. Foul tipped off of the catcher. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The umpire is going to walk this ball out to the pitcher to give the catcher Owen Doherty a few extra seconds to recover from that one that seemed to hit him in the mask. So with first base empty, Harry, you really don't have to give him that good of a pitch to hit, because you don't want to walk the whole ballpark. But this is a situation where it wouldn't hurt as much as, say, walking the next guy. On deck is James Gilbert, who has been hit by a pitch and grounded out. This opportunity to get out of the inning for Salem. The right fielder in is Aiden Tieran, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So Bedford leaves 2 big base runners on board, and that is the score. 2-2 it remains. Dom Toscano wriggles his way out of it. And it's a great ball game. The New Hampshire State Legion Championship. Bedford in the winners category, just needs to win this to the title. Salem is trying to force a night game, a decisive night game, coming up with the upset here in Game 1. John Collins with Harry Kozlowski on Bedford TV, BC TV. Glad to be with you on a scorching hot Tuesday afternoon. A 4 o'clock start that felt like it was high noon when we walked in here.
And we've got another guest joining us here in the press box. Pat Folis.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. Welcome to the broadcast. Former Bulldog and now playing at Assumption.
Yes, I finished my last year at Assumption, and I'll be transferring to Clarkson University next year.
So how goes the year for you at Assumption game-wise?
It was good. I got a lot of playing time. You learn a lot at the game, and the next level really challenges everything you're not good at, and it's more about how can you learn quickly and make those adjustments to be successful.
Tell us about the conference and basically the level of play that you see at Assumption. What conference do they play in?
So Assumption played in the Northeast 10 Conference, Division II level.
And that's I think SNHU and St. Anselm playing that?
Yep, both of them. They unfortunately I didn't get to have the homecoming. They both came to us, but yeah, Franklin Pierce, another New Hampshire school, and then Bentley and a couple of schools in New York, Vermont as well. So you see a lot of guys that you played against in the travel ball ranks in New England, and very local, but yet still very high level talent.
So it's definitely the most challenging ball that you've played so far.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everybody's just like, I mean, in high school you see the guy throw 90, but in college you get to see the guy throw 90 and they're hitting their spots and they got 3 other pitches to throw as well. So for the hitters and us as staff as well, it's definitely an adjustment to how perfect these guys are at most of the parts of the game.
Now, did you have time with the Legion team when you were here?
I played for one summer my junior year, and unfortunately it didn't work out this year. I was playing in a different league, but it's fun to see these guys go out there. I played with most of them for like a decade now, so.
Cooper DeShane, first pitch swinging, flies out to left field, or left center, I should say.
Charlie Crawford makes the catch. So what do you think these guys are going through right now? They've had a great year, 16-1, only one loss, and they're playing for a chance to win a title. But in this game, they're 5 innings in, all tied up. Both teams missing opportunities with the runners in scoring position here. Collar's getting a little tight here. What do you think's happening?
I mean, every team goes through these challenges, especially in the playoffs. You have to be able to stick to what you're good at and know that the things that made you successful in the regular season.
This is hit a ton by Jake Sulo to the right center gap. He's got all kinds of speed, thinking about 3, but he'll pull up to second base with his second double of the game. He is locked in. Jake Sulo threatening to score the go-ahead run here for Salem, a big, booming one-out double, and that's going to bring a mound conference for the Bedford Post.
Now, you mentioned going to Clarkson. What's driving that? Is that an athletic opportunity or an academic opportunity?
I would say the athletic opportunity is more just a new space to succeed in. There were certain challenges, but I'm excited, and the academics are top-notch, unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of a hard opportunity to pass up. Yeah.
That's way upstate New York, right?
Yes,
yes. Canton, I think.
In Potsdam.
Potsdam is right.
Yep. So
great hockey program.
Very, very much so. A big hockey fan, so I'm very excited for that.
You'll enjoy that. You're not too far from cities like Montreal and Ottawa, so if you have a free weekend, you can hop up there and have some fun there.
Absolutely, yeah. I played in Watertown this summer, so I got back the other day and I had a blast, and I got to see the whole area.
It's a great Thousand Islands area.
Yeah, it was
fabulous.
Beautiful. Yes. Yes.
So it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for the Bulldogs, with one out here in the top of the 5th. Patrick, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast.
Thanks, Pat.
Thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck.
Good luck with everything at Clarkson.
You started cutting out, and I was just going to make that adjustment. I didn't realize that
So number 1 on the mound pitching for Bedford, not on the roster that I'm seeing here today. Maybe he's grabbed a new uniform, and it's one of the guys that escaped us as far as number.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is.
Maybe we'll get. I'll see if I can get it from Bill Thorpe, the PA guy, Harry.
Okay, no problem. I might have it here. Oh, it's Owen Serrano. That's the name of the player, number 1, Owen Serrano. Was not on the team roster for some reason, but we did get it was on the starting lineup. So Serrano in the game. Unfortunately, you don't have any stats that we can share with you.
Yeah, we're going to be kind of going into his performance blind, as you might say, but the Salem team may be in the same boat as they come up to bat against the right-hander Owen Serrano, that first pitcher in relief for the Bulldogs. So the starter Carter Stewart went went 4 innings.
He went 4 and a third.
He got the one out here in the 5th. And so it's Serrano's ball game now as he takes the hill with a runner on second that represents the potential go-ahead run. And here is Jason Sulo, who has been a menace so far in this one. He's been hit by a pitch and singled up for the 3rd time, trying to match his brother perhaps with that booming double. There he goes, stole third the last time, and he does it again. That closing speed for Jake Sulo. You can see why he's at the top of the order for the Salem Post. That was a quality throw by catcher DJ Tebow, but it was just a tad late to get that hit first slide.
Yeah, it looked like it was a little bit inside or outside. I guess inside, because if it was a little closer to the bag, I think he might have had a chance.
I agree. Got it down there really quickly, and it needed to be right on the base in order to get Sulo, who had a terrific slide on the outside, the outfield side of the base.
And Stewart is on the hook for that base runner Jake Sulo. So if he comes home, that earned run will be charged to Stewart, and that could earn him an L in this game if that sticks.
It looked like they had 3-1 on the scoreboard before that high pitch. Fists it to center. It's a long run for Charlie Crawford. He's going to catch it shallow, and the runner's going to hold. A perfect throw from Crawford. It's good thing the runner didn't try to score from third. Even Jake Sulo, with his great speed, probably would have been out.
See, Sulo definitely thought about going home, but Crawford just made that catch and fired the ball right back to the catcher, Thibault. And he thought twice of it and said, I'm going to wait for the next opportunity. But now, Salem, just like the last time when they had the runner at third base, they've got 2 outs here.
Oh, yeah. Mighty hack by Owen Doherty. That would have probably went all the way to the wall and then some if he had connected. The 3-hitter, a potent hitter, according to the stats that we came into the game with for Salem. He swings through that one, though, and he's down in the count. 0-2. Doherty batting .444 coming in with 24 hits in 54 at-bats. Also has 14 runs batted in. They need an RBI right here. 1-2. Popping out of his crouch to snare that one was Thibault, and the return throw nearly got away. Jake Sulo, that great speed, that's kind of the only guy that would think about trying to score in a shallow fly like that. Fouling it off is Doherty. That would really be pushing it to, as shallow as that fly ball was, to try to turn that into a sack. You're just gambling. And the best throws, aren't they, when the outfielder reaches the catcher without a bounce? Just love those. Hammer to center.
Another chance for Crowley to end the inning, and he does.
Goes back and gets it, and that is the 3rd out. So thanks to the relief pitching of Owen Serrano, he shuts the door on that would-be go-ahead run. Salem has twice had the chance to go ahead in this 2-2 game with runners in scoring position with 2 out, not able to get that run home, and that may come back to haunt.
Well, it's still a game, and Bedford coming up to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. And they've got the middle of their lineup coming up. Jake Adrian, Aaron Masson. I'm sorry, that's the Salem correction here. It is going to be the more or less the top of the Bedford lineup. The number 2 hitter, James Gilbert, Noah Durham, number 3, and Isaac Krivik, number 4, all coming up here in the 5th inning. So Bedford's got some of their best hitters coming up in this inning, and with a chance to hopefully take the lead and close the door here on the Salem Post 63 team and punch your ticket to Shrewsbury.
What a feather in your cap it would be to win the national championship on the 100th anniversary of American Legion Baseball here in 2025. Many Major League Baseball players have a history with American Legion Baseball, with some going on to become MLB Hall of Famers. Examples including Bob Feller, Yogi Berra, and Ted Williams, all of whom played American Legion Baseball before making it to the majors. 67 Hall of Famers have played American Legion Baseball, according to the American Legion.
Makes you wonder if somebody we're looking at here is going to be playing in the bigs one day.
I don't know if Jackson Marshall played American Legion Baseball, but I am convinced that that kid is going to go all the way. I mean, he's got the Aaron Judge size and the passion. The Pinkerton Academy standout that's now playing for the Worcester Bravehearts in the Futures League. He is a threat to hit it out of here, Holman Stadium, every time he comes up. And certainly there was one game where he hit the ball to the foul pole in right field and to the foul pole in left field in the same game. Got robbed both times, by the way, by the Silver Knights defense. But that's the kind of hitter that he is, and he bears watching. For whatever he does. I understand he lit it up at Southern New Hampshire University and is now transferring to the next level. I'm not sure exactly what school that was. I think I was told too. But yeah, good luck to Jackson Marshall. I certainly enjoyed calling some of his home run shots here for Pinkerton.
Go to UConn.
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 Thank you,
Okay,
Bill.
thank you,
Yeah.
Bill Jennings.
Oh, okay.
Doing the research there.
That's lucky for you.
So a great move from SNHU to Storrs, from Hooksett to Storrs.
Well deserved.
We called plenty of basketball games.
Oh,
with,
Jackson Marshall, yeah.
He was a handful.
He is an NBA-sized player, and it was amazing to me. Like when I saw him play basketball, I was like, oh yeah, he's a baseball guy. He's a baseball guy, and I watched him play baseball and said, yes, of course.
James Gilbert now at the plate and makes contact heading into second. We'll see if they could run it down. No, it's over the head of Jake Adrian. It's going to be two-bagger here.
Great leadoff for Bedford. So after dodging a couple of bullets with the Salem having the runners in scoring position in the 2-2 game, they get loud here to lead off in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Next hitter is number 21.
And we have a lefty, we have a relief pitcher in for Toscano, by the way. We'll see if we can get that story for you.
He'll turn around so we can get his number.
Yeah.
So Toscano pitching 4 innings and giving up 2 runs.
Noah Durham awaiting the offering, and he takes it up and away. Maybe happy to see Toscano out of there. The right-handed hitter Noah Durham coming in at a .359 average, 23 hits and 64 at bats, and he's got 4 triples and 5 doubles, and he may have right to the left fielder. Backing up and making the play was Cooper DeShane for Salem post 63, and it is a first out of the inning, having to stay at second base.
So it's Kevin Hardy, number 1, 4 innings pitched, 1 win, 1 start, 6 hits, 3 runs allowed, 3 earned runs.
So James Gilbert leading off at second base, representing the go-ahead run. Fly out by Durham, and Isaac Krivak, who popped out to first his last time, but he hit a booming double his first time up to drive home a run. And he is ahead in the count, 2-0 against Salem's Kevin Hardy. The pitch is off the backside.
Yeah.
Another hit by pitch. We've had a number of them in this game so far. Completely unintentional, as both teams vying to get the state championship. Bedford gets it if they win this first game, and there will be a second game if Salem comes up with a win to force a decisive 7 p.m. start game after this one here at Holman.
Here's Jack Hinton up to bat. Hit into a fielder's choice in the 3rd, pop fly to center in the 1st.
First pitch swinging right at the second baseman. Opportunity for 2. Flips to the shortstop. It's a close play. Called safe. Runners on the corners with 2 out. One of the few fans here in the below us yelling at the umpire, "Are you serious?" I thought he got the call right.
It was pretty close.
It was very close.
It was very close.
Yeah.
If he had said out, I would not have been surprised.
True. It could have went either way. 2 outs. Runners on the corners.
But
Jake Oster, the batter.
You got to throw it fast. I mean, these runners are fast, and Hinton just legged it out.
Base hit to right. Going to drive home the go-ahead run. First pitch swinging. Jake Oster gets his 2nd hit of the game. 3-2 Bedford.
Now, how big was that lack of a double play right there? The very next pitch brings home a runner.
Definitely was the difference in the game right now. It would have been a 2-2 game, and Salem would be in the dugout. Instead, the inning continues as Bedford looks to expand on their lead. It proved to be at least 1 run.
That was Gilbert. That was a leadoff double.
Yep.
Coming home finally.
Peter Sawazo is the batter. Pinch hitting. The umpire indicating that there will be a pinch hitter here for, was it St. Hilaire due up? Yep. So it is Peter Sawazo hitting .375 on the season. Rips it to left field, and he continues his hitting. They're going to wave home the lead run. It is a 4-2 ball game. A lot of first pitch swinging and a lot of first pitch hitting for Bedford, wasting no time going after the strike or 1 attempt offerings by Kevin Hardy and just lining the ball into the outfield. That time it was Sawazo off the bench, and it is a 4-2 Bedford lead.
Now Charles Crawford up. Flied out.
Let's see if we kept up the first pitch theme. He tried. Fouls it straight back.
As I was mentioning, he flew out to second base in the second, basically just line drive to second for an out, and then walked in the fourth.
How about the depth of this Bedford team, Harry? A 375 hitter coming off the bench? Are you kidding me? That was a great hit, too. Well, lefty-righty matchup.
A great placement, too, right over the head
Yes.
of Aaron Masson, the third baseman. Kind of a no-man's land there. I mean, it was bound to score a runner. That one just outside.
Yeah.
Count is 2-1.
Popped the dust right off of the mitt of Owen Doherty, but it was away. So 2 balls and 1 strike to the 8-hitter, Charles Crawford, the center fielder for Bedford. Hacks away at it over our right shoulder. Did that go into the booth? It could have.
Might have.
Well, this young man's got to go get it. So I guess it ricocheted someplace outside of our booth to our right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Desperately wanting to get out of this inning. Kevin Hardy's offering. Took a lot off. Ground ball to the third baseman. He's going to step on the bag for out number 3.
That was close.
Yeah, it was.
Masson just trying to beat the runner to the bag. Does it just by a hair. But he gets the force out at third base, and that ends the inning.
Yeah, so 2 big runs, and as you mentioned, Harry, all came down to that tail end of a double play that they call the runner safe, hustling down the line. I guess we'll be able to replay that as long as you want on YouTube. I think we do post these on YouTube, right, Bill? On BCTV, yeah, of course. That's where a lot of people will see us and see the game, and you can make up your own decision about
Our website, too.
and the website, BCTV website, about whether the runner was safe.
BedfordTV.com, right, Bill?
Right.
BedfordTV.com.
It has meant 2 runs in this game. You can make an argument that the umpires at this level in high school baseball. We got the catchers in for a new catcher for the.
No, maybe that's just a warm up.
Yeah,
maybe we'll find out.
Sits on about 25. Maybe that was the DJ T-Ball was the catcher. Dominic Toscano. No, excuse me. I'm looking at the Bedford. I gotta look at the Bedford roster. So, catcher 64. Is that Will Smith behind the plate?
Is there a 64 on the roster? Yeah, that might be Will Smith.
Will Smith catching, yeah. 435. That's what he said. Okay, new catcher into the game for Bedford is Will Smith in for DJ T-Ball. So Smith, 334 hitter off the bench. He'll be doing the catching right now for Owen Serrano on in relief of Carter Stewart for Bedford as they seek to clinch up this New Hampshire State Legion title at historic Holman Stadium. Leadoff duty for Jake Adrian, the open stance right-handed batter for the Salem Post 63 against Bedford Post 54. Adrian pounds it to the hole and through for a base hit to lead off in the top of the 6th inning. So once again, Salem finds themselves down by 2 runs, and I think you and I fully expect them to get those runs. It's that kind of a game where you just they're fighting tooth and nail. It's getting late though, a little bit. 6th inning in a 9-inning contest.
Now Salem only has 2 more innings to catch up here.
True. After this one. And that's to the backstop. That one got away right out of the delivery by Kevin Hardy. And,
yeah, he called that a pass ball, but boy, that was a tough one to catch. That was really moving.
I would call that a wild pitch.
A wild pitch? Okay,
so,
we'll change that.
It's such a long way to go to get it. You can't assume, I think, a clean reception on that one. So it's 1-0. And that one's off the inside corner. So 2-0. Salem with the leadoff batter aboard. Trying to come from 2 down, 4-2 game.
Nice cut.
Masson hits the ball to left. That's a base hit all the way. So first and third with nobody out for Salem. A very promising start to the 6th inning, and it'll be Dom Toscano again. And the one thing that he wants not to do here is hit into a double play. He hit one earlier. He's been thrown out by half a step a couple of times in this.
Well, double play could still score a run here. He might take that. He might take that if it comes to an RBI.
That's true. Narrow it to 1.
And it's kind of interesting that Adrian was very conservative on the base pass. You know, a hit like that, that's the same one that Bedford scored on. You would have thought that he would have kept going home, but
or at least got into a big turn, maybe had the opportunity. But yeah, he went station to station. Toscano takes a strike, a fastball over the inside corner. Well placed by Kevin Hardy, who was trying to dodge another bullet. Bedford has had this situation. They've Salem's put runners in scoring position a couple of innings without scoring. Now they need to break through. Good block by Will Smith. It's turned into quite the baseball name, Will Smith. Of course, there's the actor, but I remember there was a Will Smith matchup in pitcher against batter. It was in the World Series, I think. That bounces over Will Smith to the backstop and charging home for the 3rd run of the game. That was Jake Adrian. A good alert play. That's the pitch back here at home, and that'll get the ball back to the catcher. I think he could have made a play on that. He didn't realize it, but if you just even if he threw it behind his back, he could have maybe got it there in time for a tag. But Jake Adrian scores, and that's a mound conference for Bedford. In scoring position with the potential tie run. Salem now.
I mean, he's been making Will Smith work pretty hard behind the plate. Some of these throws, and that one bouncing right in front of the plate and hopping right over Will Smith, causing a runner to come home and making this a 1-run game.
Yeah, between that one and the one that he threw over here off of the glove to the backstop, it's been some real iffy release points for Kevin Hardy. So I don't know if they're going to talk about that. People don't throw spitters anymore, do they? It was just kind of squirting out of his hand a couple of times. That was a tough one, though, for the catcher. That must have bounced about at 10 feet away from the plate and just went over the shoulder of Hardy. Didn't even skip. It kind of took a high hop. So Toscano's up there with a hitter's count. 2 balls in 1 strike. Looking for his first hit of the game. Takes the strike over the outside corner, just above the belt. Good pitch for Hardy after that timeout in conference. Nobody out yet in this Salem 6th inning. Run in, pop up right side, playable. Krivak is on the line. No, he's in foul territory for the first out of the inning. So a rough game offensively so far for Dom Toscano. 1 out, and the batter Josh Martins.
Josh Martino, number 15.
Josh Martino. Hell, I could read my own writing here. Josh Martino. Grounded out to the 3rd baseman. Hitting's got a fine game at 3rd, by the way. It's not where you want to hit the ball if you're Salem, is at the 3rd baseman. He's been excellent at the hot corner. And that would not advance the runner either, but I'm sure that Martino would take the contact over no contact. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Grounds it toward 3rd into the hole. Base hit. The runner had to hold up to see if somebody would glove it. And it's 1st and 3rd with 1 out, and another terrific opportunity for Salem as the rally continues. A ground ball single off of the bat of Josh Martino. Aiden.
No, this is Kevin Hardy coming up to bat for Salem. You were mixing up number 1 Owen Serrano is the Bedford pitcher. Number 1 Kevin Hardy is the
thank you.
Is the pitcher for Salem, and he is at the plate now.
Okay, yeah. Kevin Hardy came on in relief. Big opportunity here. Got the runner leading a little bit. Hardy is of course left-handed batter. He's got to be licking his chops at that hole on the right side. Inevitable with the Second baseman cheating toward the bag, and the first baseman holding the runner on. Pitch is cued to the left. As you could see, the bail and whale there as he tried to pull it into the hole. Hardy ends up fouling it to the left side. Trying to get that tie run home. Didn't take Salem very long to erase part of the 2-run deficit. Bunting at it in front of the plate. Safety squeeze. Runner could have come home. Now he's going to come through the back door safely.
And the runner advances to third.
Yeah, and the batter is out at first, but it turns into a successful sacrifice safety bunt by Aiden Thierol. We have a tie ball game. Kevin Hardy. Sorry, again. Pinch hit Kevin Hardy. Tie ball game. Excellent bunt. Even though it was toward the pitcher, he deadened it just enough.
So that was Aaron Masson who scored, and it's all tied up 4 apiece.
Masson with the kind of a delayed steal there, coming through the back door after the throw was made to first.
And now let's see, do we have Cooper Duchesne, number 10, at the plate? I believe we do.
Yeah, Duchesne, who has a double in this game, rocketed one to left center his first time up. Hits it to right field. This is the third out of the inning, though, as it lands in the glove of James Gilbert. But damage done by the Salem Post 63 as they come back with 2 big runs to tie up this state championship tournament game. This finals tournament game. 4-4 at Holman.
And it may not be final if Bedford loses this one. We'll have the second one at 7 o'clock. So here we go into the bottom of the 6th, and coming up for the Post 54 Stephen Buswell Bedford team, we've got T-Boat, although he might be out for the new catcher. We'll have to see who comes out. It's going to be the number 9 hitter coming out to start this inning, but they'll be going back to the top of the order with Crowley and Gilbert due to be up hitters number 1 and 2. Big inning, if they can get a lead back here, then they could try to force a final half inning in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, it'll be Will Smith if we have our substitution correct. The catcher was even swapped for the starting catcher and the relief catcher, if you will, Will Smith. Due up before we go back to the top of the order, and a potent top of the order that it is with Carter Crowley and James Gilbert. Noah Durham, guys can hammer the baseball against Kevin Hardy as the shadow creeps out from behind home plate at a 4 p.m. start. It's now an hour and 40 minutes into the game. A lot of strategy, a lot of chess being played by the coaches, of course, with the bunting. I would imagine that was a called play. That safety
absolutely,
squeeze.
I think that was a well executed bunt.
Yeah.
Sacrifice at first, but then that opened the way for the runner to come home from third and advance the runner from all the way from first to third. Yeah, so it really couldn't have worked out better.
I think you probably in the same boat as me watch way more Major League Baseball games and Legion games, so you don't see safety squeezes at the Major League level hardly ever, right? All those 67 Hall of Famers that played Legion ball, they probably did a lot more bunting and hit and run stuff in Legion than they did when they got to the majors.
And this is Will Smith now.
Yeah, we got a first look at him, and he was first pitch swinging. It's almost like a memo they all got. Just jump on him early in the count. And the 0-1. Hammered at the shortstop. Up with it cleanly is Jake Sulo, and Sulo throws him out. 1 up, 1 down in the Bedford 6th. Pitching to contact. Kevin Hardy right there.
And now we've got Carter Crowley, top of the order, coming up for the Bulldogs. He grounded out in the first and hit a single in the second, popped out to right field in the 4th.
Crowley with 2 home runs this season. In that leadoff spot, he has lit up the extra base hit category with 2 homers, a triple, and 6 doubles in 70 at-bats. So extra base hit about once every 10 times up. Takes a strike on the outside corner.
Now hitting is shortstop number 34, Carter Crowley.
Kevin Hardy also works quickly, and that's a perfect strike on the outside corner. Blazing fastball from Hardy, and Crowley down in the count, 1-2. Trying to start something with 1 out and no on. Tops it right side, high chopper. Charging is Jason Sulo, and they get him at first. Close to play. Of course, the speed of Carter Crowley made that extra close, but good defense by Salem post 63.
Now we got James Gilbert coming up. Hit a double last time up, hit a single in the first, grounded out in the second.
That misses the outside corner. Kind of looks like Kevin Hardy likes pitching to lefty hitters, as some lefty pitchers make their living on getting lefties out. That's a perfect strike on the outside corner again. He'll double up on that too, from what we just saw him do with Crowley. Oh, he throws a bender and it stays up and in. So I think we're all going to guess fastball here. I don't know if he'll dare throw that curve again. Wasn't able to control it that well. Misses. 2 balls and 1 strike. And on deck is the dangerous Noah Durham. 3-hitter for Bedford. Ball 3.
I think the scoreboard operator was 1 pitch off. I kind of thought
right.
that there was
a
missing pitch, so it was ball 4.
Okay.
And Gilbert takes the base, so we've got a 2-out rally here with Durham come to the plate. Hit by pitch, walked, and flied out.
Durham, a 359 hitter coming in with 17 runs batted in. Believe it or not, that's only middle of the pack for Bedford, as the team leader is Isaac Krivak with 25. 2 quick strikes though. Kevin Hardy coming right after the 3-hitter. Durham fouls a couple off. It's 0-2. Salem in search of that first double play turn. They only need 1 though to get out of this inning. It's 2 out. Hardy has the sign. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Owen Doherty. This would be a great game to watch on TV. It's kind of sweltering here at Holman Stadium right now.
Although it's cooled off a lot in the last
in the stands?
hour.
Yeah.
It's much more comfortable now in the press box.
It is, and the flag is still out there. We wouldn't mind a breeze. Full count. Runner will be off with the pitch with 2 out. 3-2 on the way, and he fouls it. So having to go back to the base will be James Gilbert. Those long strides, and he'll get the sprint again on the next 3-2 pitch. That hits somebody. I guess they got the catcher, and he's kind of wincing over in pain. Owen Doherty getting a few extra seconds, courtesy of our home plate umpire.
Yeah, he's taken a few today.
He has, huh?
Playing the role of the human backstop.
So Kevin Hardy reloads. The payoff pitch, hammered to left. It's got some height, it's got some depth, and it's going to go to the wall on 1 hop. The lead runner gets waved home. Bedford takes the lead on a 2-out double by Noah Durham. A thunderous hit. 5-4. Bedford is in front. Yeah, that was just a turn and run after it for the left fielder for Salem, Cooper Deshane. That has been the motif of this game. You got Bedford taking leads and Salem coming from behind to tie, and first pitch swings like that one. Jake Sulo across the diamond in time to get the 3rd out, but Bedford go ahead with a clutch 2-out double. 5-4. Bedford posts 54 on top in the New Hampshire Legion State Championship final round. Bedford hangs on to this lead, and they will claim the trophy and advance to the regional tournament starting August 6th in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, against all other New England State champions.
And, and Bedford pulled it out once again as another 2-out run. They've had several in this game where they're down to their last strike and they're able to drive one home there. And it was interesting too. It was the first pitch after that pause in the game when Doherty took the ball off his face mask and needed a moment to clear his head, and then the very next pitch was. I'm trying to remember who hit that. That was Noah Durham, right?
Yeah, the 3-hitter coming
smacked
through.
it pretty far. So now Bedford just 3 outs away from closing this out.
Bill has us going 9. 7. Sorry.
7, right?
You called it. Yeah, 7. I had us going 9. And you're right. 7 innings is what we do at Legion Ball. So how big was that hit?
And we've got a change in pitchers now to a save situation here. Carter Crowley goes in, trying to get you a pitching number here.
Versatile.
Crowley, an ERA of 1.75. 8 game appearances, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 7 balls, 14 strikeouts. And he's got 1 save to his credit. And he's got an opportunity to save one here for the post 54 Stevens Buswell Bedford team.
And it looks like Charlie Crawford is going to be in center field for Bedford here to close it out. He was already there. That's right. Where did Carter
came out of shortstop?
Yeah. So we have a new shortstop in the game for Bedford.
Somebody with a 2 at the end of their number. Could be Carter Stewart.
Oh, could be. Could be the starting pitcher. Looks like him. Nice breaking ball. It might have been a tight slider right there. For a first pitch strike by Carter Crowley, coming in from shortstop to try to close this out, this state championship out. The big 3 outs all to get. That's a strike. Also at the inside corner about the knees. Jake Sulo with it.
Yeah, the leadoff hitter.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on him to get on base. Of course, you're statistically a lot more likely to tie it up if you get that leadoff batter aboard. Just an emergency hack there and a breaking ball that was below the zone to stay alive at 0-2.
The shortstop is number 42. That is Jack Hinton.
Jack Hinton at
moving
short.
from third. So
awaiting the 0-2 pitch. Jake Sulo takes it high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. An unusual thing to see for a relief pitcher is a dirt stain on your chest. That's a sign of Legion Ball guys that play, lead off an inning and then play shortstop and then they come in to close. Right at the shortstop, Hinton, he gloves it. Looks like Mark Belanger out there. He scoops it off the dirt and throws, and the ball finds him. As they say, the ball will find you when you come into the game late like that, and he made it look easy. So
Jake Oster is playing at first. At third. Jake Oster.
Jake Oster at third. Jack Hinton was our, sure-handed third base, but now he's sure-handed shortstop. 1 up and 1 down. A key defensive play to begin the 7th and potentially final inning. Now Bedford is just 2 outs away from the New Hampshire Legion Championship. Big swing and a foul.
Jason Sulo.
Jason, of course, brother of Jake Sulo. They bat 1-2, and all hopes for Salem to extend their season now resting on their second baseman's shoulders. Jason Sulo looks at a ball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jason has been on base 3 times today, or what do you have, Harry? A hit by pitch, a single?
Base hit by pitch, and flew out.
He flew out.
So he's on twice.
Yeah. I think he'd take one for the team again here if he gets hit by a pitch, but looking pretty under control, I should say. Came close to him. Now the check swing, they're going to check for the first time. That's our first check swing today that they've gone to another umpire. It is not a swing, he says. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jason Sulo. Owen Doherty is on deck. The pitch. Strike 3. Oh, 2, excuse me. Oh, got ahead of myself. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was a terrific placement of that fastball in the far outside corner. Call could have went either way. Timeout for the batter. We mentioned there's no pitch clock in Legion baseball, but you'll see that no matter at any level. 2 strikes. Batter wants to reset. Feel like maybe they are getting quick pitched a little bit. The 2-2. Down the middle. It's high to right center. It's a tough play.
It's in the gap.
It is in the gap. Nobody's going to get this one. It's at least 2 bases. And coming through, Jason Sulo with a 1-out double to put himself in scoring position, representing the potential game-tying run. What a clutch hit.
Now we have Owen Doherty coming up.
Number 4, catcher Owen Doherty.
Grounded out, flew out on a sacrifice slide, scored a run, and flew out to center field in the 5th.
If you're Salem, this is exactly what you want. An opportunity to come from behind with your 3, 4, 5 hitters 2 up. That's in the dirt. Good block getting over there. Will Smith to cut that one off. Salem would love to have a runner at third with 1 out, but they're not going to gamble. I think they're not going to gamble with the steal attempt. Pretty healthy lead out there for Jason Sulo. Pitch. Tried to hit the front door with the curve. Jumping out of the box was Doherty. I don't think that affected the umpire. It did miss inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Dancing off the second base bag is Jason Sulo. Tempting to try to pick him off, but instead to the plate comes Crowley. That's hit the center, and Charlie Crawford has it, and he's going to keep the runner at second base. And now Bedford is 1 out away from the state championship in American Legion baseball.
Yeah, that was a critical hit. Crowley judging the ball very well, making the catch about midway to the wall, and he was in a position where if Jason Sulo tried to go for third, he would have been gunned down.
Yeah.
He just didn't have enough room to work with.
Jake Adrian has 1 for 3 so far tonight. Lined out to right. Base hit. And he almost got hit with that. It's inside. Needing a clutch RBI here from somebody, barring a couple of wild pitches, say, to get this tie run home, or else the season ends. The New Hampshire Legion season ends with Bedford as your state champion. The 1-0 pitch to Jake Adrian from Carter Crowley. Hit to right. It's deep. It's catchable down the line, and he does it again. Getting there.
James Gilbert.
James Gilbert, and now the celebration begins as he catches it in far foul territory, runs it down, and that is your ball game. A 5-4 win for the Bedford Legion. Post 54, they are state champions with the grand prize, the opportunity to keep their season going, playing in the Northeast Regional on August 6th in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, against all other New England winners.
It was a fabulous game all around, back and forth. Bedford got out to 2-run lead. Salem comes back. Bedford gets the lead back. Salem ties it up again, and then the clutch 2-out hit in the bottom of the 6th that brought home the run for Bedford, gave them the 1-run lead. And then you had, with the runner in scoring position, Bedford was able to get out of that jam with and end the game with a fantastic catch in foul territory by James Gilbert, and that sends Bedford to Tewksbury.
Yeah, I did say it was catchable while it was in the air, but that's not an ordinary catch.
No, and that was curving. It almost went into the picnic zone over there.
It sure did. I thought he was going to go over the fence for a second on the follow-through after he gloved it, but he was able to put the brakes on and commence the celebration. A terrific exclamation point of an end end to a terrific season for New Hampshire season for both teams. Bedford ends up the champion. Congratulations to Salem for pushing them to the limit.
Great game by both teams, so congratulations to both sides. John, thanks again for coming in and calling the game for us. You did a fantastic job. Bill Jennings on camera, thanks a lot for everything you do. Andrew Fenn back in the control. We want to thank Nashua ETV for their equipment. They loaned it to us for this broadcast, and we thank them. And of course, we thank our viewers on Salem 6 who enjoyed this game, maybe not that much, seeing the way it ended.
Thanks for having me, Harry.
It was an entertaining contest here.
Totally enjoyed it. Let's do it again sometime.
Final score, Bedford post 54-5 and Salem post 63-4. Bedford are your state champs. You're watching Bedford's 100th anniversary here on BCTV. So long, everybody.